Hey guys, it's the coach here, and I'm back. We have a good video for you today. We're going to be looking at the United Football League and breaking it down the rosters, giving our early predictions on this season, and even tell you who we think are going to be award winners and players to watch out for. And this episode is all about the XFL Division. So we're going to go all in here and get started. All right. I'm starting us off. I know it's usually Mike, but it's me this time. And I'm starting us off with the worst team in the XFL division. And that is going to be the San Antonio Brahmas. Congrats, y'all, going to start off this video. I honestly don't think this should be a surprise to anyone. Their lackluster QB room leaves a lot to be desired, with Quentin Dormady looking like a day one starter. Just doesn't seem like the best option when it comes to trying to win. If he isn't the answer, sadly, I don't think it gets much better. You have Tom Flacco, and no, he does not throw the ball as good as his older brother, Joe Flacco. And you have Chase Gabbers, probably mispronounced that, but he's not that great and he probably won't play much. So who cares? Won't be much help, in my opinion. This team will need to rely heavily on the run to be successful, and Anthony McFarland Jr. could be that guy, but I don't think he has enough talent in the skills positions around him to kind of make up for their lackluster rest of the team. So McFarland's good, but not much around him. You have TJ Vasher, who's good. Katie Cannon is the other kind of big name in the wide receiver room, and I'm just not impressed with it. Luckily, they do have a good tight end in Cody Adamir, so even with him, I don't see this team being that great and being probably at best the sixth best offense in the league, and that's being very generous here. Now, I do like some of their guys on defense in Wyatt Ray and Jordan Williams, but I don't see them being a very strong unit overall. So my final thoughts on the Brahmas is they will be the basement team of the division and won't come close to sniffing the playoffs. Hopefully I'm wrong for Brahmas fans' sake, but I doubt it.
All right, coming in third place is the Arlington Renegades. They're going to be a fun team to watch in this league for sure, but we think that at the end of the day, they will just end up missing out on the playoffs. More on that in a second, because I'd have to jump into this incredible offensive talent of Sal Canella and Louis Perez. They are definitely going to be the 1-2 punch of this offense. My one big concern is the fact that there is not a whole lot of guaranteed firepower that I feel confident in as far as consistency, especially with Louis Perez being somebody that plays naturally through his talent. I believe a lot of the league has upgraded at different positions that will allow them to surpass this offense. They have shored up their defense substantially with picking up a little known guy named Vic Beasley and stud cornerback Ajeen Harris. They will not be a walk in the park team to play against. Definitely not. I don't think they'll be under 500 either, but something has us seeing the top two teams in this division just barely beating out the Renegades in an absolutely action-packed last few weeks of the UFL season.
A team we think will make the playoffs but lose out on the division title in the regular season is the DC Defenders, coming in at number 2 in the XFL division. If you asked me this question a month ago, I would have put them in the number 1 spot. But camp injury to star running back Abram Smith changes this team's chances, in my opinion. The team has a heavy reliance on the run, and taking out arguably the best running back in the league for the season really hurts their chances. Now, they still have Jordan Teamu at QB, and he has weapons with NFL experience with Kiki QT and Vincent Smith, who are really, really good. But I think they will be able enough to keep the offense going, but I don't know if they're going to have enough to be one of the elite teams in the league. Now, they do have two running backs that are interesting in Cameron Harris and Puka Williams, but they need one of them to step up hugely if they're going to have any success this year. At the end of the day, the defense is going to carry this team and be what leads this team to success, with spring league veterans like Reggie Northrup and Trent Harris leading the way. The team is definitely better than others in this division. Sorry, Brahmas. Sorry, Renegades. They are better than you, but I don't think they have enough firepower offensively with the loss of Abram Smith to get over the hump and beat the Battlehawks and win a championship. So, sorry, defenders. I think you are going to come in second.
Topping off our list, we have number one, the St. Louis Battlehawks, with what I think is going to be the most potent offense in the league for sure. With AJ McCarron commanding the offense, supported by guys like Marcel Aitman and Hakeem Butler, all anchored down around a solid running back like Wayne Gallman, it's going to be very hard for even the best defenses in the league to have a chance. They have a lot of players that know how to play for the team and have shored up a lot of the weaker areas that were key to their downfall in a very talent-packed XFL division. Their defensive front is one that I like a lot, with their highlights being Antoine Jackson and Kobe Smith. Both NFL talents bringing their experience as well as execution level. They've even shored up at backup quarterback with the former Roughnecks starter Brandon Silvers. But hopefully they don't have to do that, as history has shown the level of play that this team gets to when McCarron's not around.
Before we get to our awards and our bold predictions, I just want to say thank you guys for helping us get to 400. We are clearly on the road to 500. So if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe so you can get all the United Football League news that this channel produces and more. We got blueprints to bleachers and even more fun content. So without further ado, let's give you my bold prediction. And my bold prediction is the Brahmas won't win a game. Yes, you heard it here. The Brahmas won't win a game. My bold prediction probably won't be right. They'll probably squeak one out, but I'm swinging for the fences on this one. They just aren't a very good team. The QB play is awful. I don't really like any of the big names that they have. And I just think this is the Vipers version of this league. They're either the Tampa Bay or the Las Vegas. They both suck. This team sucks. I'm sorry. RIP to the golf cart tracks, though. That was legendary in Vegas. And now it's time for Mike to give us who we think will be going to the championship from the XFL division.
With the championship game being the Battlehawks versus the Defenders, we are going to be giving this spot to the Battlehawks, as we just believe that the Battlehawks are going to be ending up edging out the Defenders in this game, especially with the championship game being located in St. Louis. A lot of their veteran leadership combined with their young talent is just going to be an absolute death ball for the Defenders to deal with. They are very complete at the defensive level, but as we said before, the Battlehawks are just going to be a bit overwhelming, especially at this point in the season. I just do not believe their offense is going to be able to keep up with them, because as we say here in Battlehawks country, let's fly.
Moving on next to my breakout player with Abram Smith going down for the year. I think it's Cameron Harris' time to shine and be the XFL Division's breakout player of the year. Last year, he signed late and he didn't get any chances to shine in DC, but now I think he will get a good shot at RB1. And with DC really reliant on the running game, he will get every opportunity to be a breakout player. I guess time will tell if Smith is just a superstar of DC or DC has an amazing system.
For Coach of the Year, we think that Anthony Becht is just going to absolutely run away with this award. Being able to give a championship caliber team direction to execute is going to be the name of the game for him to give for him this season. It's something he's super capable of doing in order to bring the great city of St. Louis a championship in their home stadium. But in order to be able to keep consistent and keep the momentum going into the postseason, he is going to have a lot of work on his hands. Now we're going to go over to the coach with the defensive MVP.
All right, it's time for my defensive MVP. And if you watched our top 10 defensive players video, you would know exactly who I'm about to talk about. And that's going to be Trent Harris and Gene Harris. So the Harris, they're not brothers, but they are both Harris. Trent Harris knows how to get to the QB and could lead the defenders in sacks and cause a lot of problems for offensive lines in this league. Now, Gene Harris is a lockdown corner in the league, and expect him to help the Renegades defense. That will need some big plays from him in the back end if they want to be successful. I think both guys will have great seasons. It should be exciting to see who wins the award. I'm leaning towards Harris to get this one.
And closing out this list with the MVP candidates, the most likely from the best team is going to be AJ McCarron or Wayne Gallman. These are the two staple points of the BattleHawks. We have these two down as the number one running back and the number one quarterback predicted in the division, or at least I do. I think they're going to lead most of the statistical categories in the league in their respective positions. So it's natural to think that they would be in the lead. And depending on who has a crazier season, numbers wise, we shall see. Obviously, Gallman's going to have to put in a lot of work if he wants to surpass AJ, but it definitely can happen. And it'd be cool if we set a precedent of other skill positions having the ability to win MVP. So let's see how it goes.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, we should have a USFL Division predictions video dropping soon, so check it out. Check out all the other United Football League content we've been putting out for preparation of this season. And until next time, peace.